when Louise Chapin resigned, there was from the office, and that left a hole in who was taking care of the place and the phone calls and sending out the newsletters and writing the letters and answering the questions and all that. There was no one there, and of course I stepped in, and I'm not sure I stepped in. I think I was forced in because everybody, all the people around me knew, like Ken Cook and Edith Rankin, and I left out two other people. I'm not sure I'm going to tell you their names. Who helped me, helped put the center over with a lot of great stuff. We ran posters, and I'm not even sure I can come close to. It's in my mind, but I can't make it come out my mouth. Edith Rankin was one of them, and her husband, and they helped to run posters with Ken Crook, and posters, adverts, and they were silk screen posters, and they'd run them. You had to drag them over one color, and then didn't use that color, you go to another color. I remember there was a great one was the St. Patrick's one. We had a beautiful St. Patrick one, and we had another beautiful one of just color, just come and dance. Edith was very helpful when I became president, and I was took all that stuff on. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Edith Rankin was a lawyer, and oftentimes when I get going off the deep end, she would reach out and pull me back. And sometimes when I wanted to do something, let's say I decided I wanted to have a dance, and there might be some people on the board who would frown on it. Well, I smartened up after a while, and I wanted to get something done. I would go over and talk to Edith, and I'd say, "Now, what do you think about this and blah, 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 that?" And I said, "I want to bring it up to the board. I need somebody to say, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do it." And so, working with her and get around it that way, so I was able to do a lot of things that I think they frowned on. Like Saturday night dances, they had stopped doing Saturday night dances. They were just running the Wednesday night. We can't make money on a Wednesday night dance. No way we should get enough money to run the center, let alone to pay the telephone bill and do a mailing. So, Saturday night dances, we had great times. I would say, I can remember the names of them. We had one, of course, St. Valentine's Day, and then we had one that was the Mad Hatter's Dance. That was very good. I did another one. Was called for spring. And we did Raindrops Are Falling, and there's programs someplace that we did for that. We had a nice. I love them. I love the people, and I got people so I could get people to work for the center where they normally probably would not have had, because I was there pushing it all the time. And now, because I got all these names and I've said all these people, I don't mean that I've got everybody. No way. I've got a huge number of them, but it all came out of my head. It was all people that I knew, and then who did work for the center. It's just little simple things that you might have to do. Someone might ask you, "Would you sit at the door?" They take the collection at the door, and yeah. So you need a body for that, right? You need bodies on the stage for playing the music. You need bodies to call. It's not just a single thing. You've got all these things you have to do, and all you have to get people to do, And then you have to get someone to do refreshments. And you got to get someone to bring the refreshments. And you have to have the cups and the napkins. And I could go on forever on that line. And I did it for years. Ellen Mandigo and I, and we had a list that we would check. Do we have the cups? Do we have the plates? Like if you want to have napkins. And if what season of the year is it? Do you want spring napkins or do you want fall napkins? Or do you want Christmas napkins? Well, it looks simple, but when you look into it, there's more to it than meets the eye. And it was wonderful to have somebody at the door. I asked somebody to do the door one time, and they buggered it, and it was okay. You know, they didn't steal anything, but it just didn't come out. The number of people who came through the door and the amount of money you had didn't cover it. So that was all right. So someone got in for free or didn't get marked down or the money wasn't put in the drawer. Who knows? Well, anyway, whatever it was. Well, so I was complaining about it. And somebody finally said to me, well, why don't you ask somebody that knows how to do it? And there's the clue. And sure enough, I smartened up after that. I always make sure I got somebody that I could depend on. You know, simple things like putting chairs out. You can ask somebody, can you put the chairs out? And they say, yeah, where? Well, here's the hall full of people. What are you going to do with them? So you have to work with people. You learn a lot. I met a lot of great friends teaching how to run a dance. Not how to run a dance, but how to run a program of people and music. Of course, you had to have the music, and fortunately, we had a lot of good music that belonged to the center. Years ago, someone had put a book together of all the English country dance tunes, and that was gold. We hung on to that because everything was that you needed, like Fandango and all that stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I didn't realize I was working so hard, but I was putting hours and hours a day and a week in it. And then, of course, there was always someone would come from out of town, and so you had to take them to the bus station or the railroad station or the airport. And freaking endless. That's all right. I loved it. I met wonderful people and.
Pat Shaw.
Huh? Yes, Pat Shaw. You're right. And I met a lot of lovely people. Pat Shaw and Tubby Reynolds. And let me see who else. Rob Barker. I don't think you knew him. Very energetic dancer. England. Yeah. So somehow I always thought that May Gadd and Jenny Scheimer thought that I lived next to the airport because if anybody was coming in, they could call me. Oh, George, could you go over and pick her? You know, not that easy. I lived sort of near the airport, but not that easy. So I couldn't just hop in and be there in 5 minutes. And the other big thing is they call up and can you pick up? Oh, another one that I met there was. Oh dear, it'll come. And they say, go pick up so and so. They wouldn't tell you what plane they were on, or what the number of the plane was, or whose it was. So you had to kind of guess. I did a lot of guessing. I ended up I got them right most of the time. I can tell you I was never very happy about that, but I loved going. I didn't mind meeting people, and I don't mind getting them, but tell me the plane number, flight number. That would be helpful. So one time I had a flight to go get them, and I knew the name of the couple I was looking for, if I didn't want flight. So I finally had to go call New York back so I could get the flight number. And I don't know how we get it. Somehow we get it off the air. I think in those days they might give you if you call the airlines, they might give you the passenger list. You have to remember this is back in the 50s and the 40s. There's one other couple that came. Right now it's not coming. It will, but I have another couple, but I can't remember the name. Right now it's just running around upstairs there, and eventually it'll just pop out. Well, they came over to teach in the society. Well, they didn't like it. They didn't like America. Didn't appeal to them. They were Brits, so totally different world. The way we go and move around, and so they didn't like us, so they went back. And I invited them to come and stay with me, and so they stayed with me at Gray Street, and we went walking around the city. We'd take them. I would take them to places that I liked. It doesn't mean that they would like them, but I thought they liked them. No pubs. They're both drinkers, so that was good. And I took them down to Faneuil Hall one time, and so they're walking along, and he said, "Oh, let's go in there." Well, it was a nice place.